Na'ali'i defense resulted in their last televised touchdown back in 1992. The Na'ali'i have had some tough times, but this year they are perfect. 4-0, tied for the lead in the white division with this team, Kailua. The Surf Riders haven't played on TV since this game 2 years ago. 4-0 coming into this game, a battle of unbeatens. Up for grabs the top spot in the white division. Cable Channel 31 is proud to present OIA football. Tonight's matchup, Kailua the Sea Riders versus the Na'ali'i of Aiea. And good evening, everybody. Welcome to Aloha Stadium. I'm Howard Deshevsky, joined as always by my good friend, my colleague, the coach, Larry Price. We got quite a matchup tonight. We're coming down to the white division, but we're not losing anything in terms of talent. Two very tough teams, Coach. In fact, when we look at them down in the field, it's almost like BYU and UH, the white and the blue against the green, but it's not. And in fact, we do have two very good teams, two primarily ground rushing teams.
That's right. Great running backs. 4 of the top 5 running backs in the white division are right here tonight. Freddie Nassau's 5'6", 205 pounds is just really something to behold. And Kimo Kim at 5'8", 150 pounds is amazing. Nassau has a 9.5 average every time he touches the ball. Kim, on the other hand, scores once every 6 times he touches the ball, or 12 times in one season. And of course, they do look like BYU and University because the lines are huge.
Indeed they are. Now for Kailua, one thing we can expect is probably to get out of here rather quickly tonight, because with two teams keeping the ball on the ground, the clock figures to run fast, and Kailua coach will also keep it down on the ground.
Jay Odom, see him here, 5'11", 210 pounds. He's a senior and one of the leaders back there. And Ryan Cannon at 5'8", 160 pounds, something to behold. Odom going at 6.3 yards per carry. Cannon, their big gun, so to speak, 7.8 yards, has 6 touchdowns already this year. Well balanced, and of course this means the offensive lines are going to have to open some holes, and the defensive line is going to have to stop some running backs.
A lot at stake up for tonight, a lot up for grabs, and we go downstairs right now to Kid Leo to tell us exactly how important this game is. Kid?
All right, we talked to both the coaches before the game. Kailua's game plan is very simple. They win tonight, they win the white conference. Aiea must win tonight and then beat Roosevelt next week at home. Both are undefeated and both are ready to win. Back to you guys.
All righty, Kid. Look forward to your comments throughout the game. We're just about set for action here at Aloha Stadium. As you can see, it will be the Na'ali'i of Aiea. They will be receiving the coin, or receiving the football, having won the toss. And we are underway. A very short kick, a pooch kick. Kailua actually touches the ball. They had an opportunity to recover it, but the ball is knocked out of bounds. And so, Coach, some very interesting strategy right out of the get-go.
Yes, indeed. And one of the reasons they might have tried that is because wind is a factor tonight. We got a pretty good trade wind coming from the northeast.
Wind will play a factor, as you said. Jerry Fernella, the head coach for Kailua. And on the other side, the head coach. You can hear the wind kicking up into our mics, just an indication of how breezy it is. And that is actually probably pretty comforting to these two teams, seeing that they both do like to keep it on the ground. The Na'ali'i ball is handed off, kept on the ground as expected, and a big gator. It's wide open, nothing but green in front of the running back, but he finally trips over the white line out there. That is Freddie Nassau. He is a cannonball. 5'6", 205.
You got to take a look at this. He's laughing at himself because he got tackled on the turf. Maybe he's not used to the AstroTurf. That happens. That's 33 quick yards. You can see Nassau there just picking him up and laying him down at 5'6", 170 pounds.
Unfortunately, though, it's coming back. There was a penalty marker. Here's the call.
Against the offense, 5 yards, repeat, first down.
And so Wendell Say sees his team jump out of the box very quickly, but all for naught. It'll come back. It'll be 1st and 15. Well, that's an indication of what we're probably going to be seeing tonight, Coach.
Yep, Wendell say using a misdirection play there. That always works well against a defense that moves laterally across the line very well.
So it'll be 1st and 15. Ball at the 36-yard line, just underway. Again, the ball kept on the ground, and this time it is Freddie Nassau, tackled rather expeditiously.
Yeah, they got him quickly.
They did indeed. I'm going to introduce you to the two teams as we get going along here. First, the Na'ali'i, Marco Kano at quarterback, and then Kimo Kim and David Yoshida and Freddie Nassau. You'll be hearing a lot from them. Dennis and Meskel Saito, Kwan, Luna, Navarro, and Tu'ua, the offensive line. And then defensively, left court, Sniffen, Konohia, Kalbam, Hironaka, Gasper, Rufran, Machado. And then in the back, Biela Solomon, Cummings, and Josh Adams. 2nd and 12 after the gain of 3. Again, the ball kept on the ground. There's a hole, some running room, a first down, and a whole lot more. Kimo Kim, we told you he scores every 6th time he touches the ball. Dives for the corner, and it comes up just short. Ryan Cannon makes the save, 58 yards. And Coach, as you said at the beginning of the game, every 6 times a touchdown.
Boy, you got to take a look at this. This is the fastest 58 yards you'll ever see. Just breaks off tackle, little misdirection. You see the big tackle there pulling, big number 77, Kwan, and the rest is up to Kimo Kim, only 150 pounds. You see 52 rushes, 564 yards, 10 yards carry, 10.8, 10 TDs, leads the white division.
So it'll be 1st and goal inside the 5. The ball kept on the ground. Again, it is Kimo Kim, and he is stopped just shy of the goal line. Good defensive play by the Surf Riders.
Well, number 77, Josh Kwan, at 6'2", 290 pounds, created quite a hole there. Gee, it's unusual to see someone 290 pounds, except in the NFL, of course. Doing such a great job up front.
It'll be 2nd and goal, ball inside the 1-yard line. Ball handed off. No surprise, you know it's going to be one of 2 guys. This time it is Freddie Nassau for the touchdown.
Take another look at it. It's going behind a big Josh Kwan over there on the left side. Just pumps it right in. No magic. You see a little full block there, fullback leading. Kimo Kim can't stop him once he gets his momentum going. Steady running game, no magic.
And so now in for the point after touchdown. The kick is up. The kick is no good. And so the Na'ali'i of Aiea strike quickly but unable to convert. And we take a timeout after a very quick start at Aloha Stadium. It is the Na'ali'i of Aiea very quickly up on Kailua 6-zip.
Hawaiian Airlines.
And take a look at this graphic here. You can see Aiea at 301 yards. My goodness, that's an awful lot. Kailua at 252, but you can see the defense against the run. Kailua is very good. And points per game, 8.8. So this is a perfect, this is a kind of match that's made in heaven for the viewer. 4 plays in 157, 59 yards. Quite an offense.
And that's after a 38-yard play called back because of a penalty. And so here come the Surf Riders. The ball returned out to about the 30-yard line, and the tackle made a return of 10 yards. And so the Surf Riders will put it in play. Sean Johnson making the tackle.
Offensive line, you can see them, their big size, the right side of their line. Joe Kipapa at 270 pounds and Freeman at 250 pounds. The other tackle, Elau, another 265 pounds. Big fellas up there.
So Kaina Ellis pitches the ball back on the first play from scrimmage. Again, as expected, the ball kept on the ground. Ryan Cannon, the running back, and he is forced out of bounds at about the 34.5-yard line, gain of about 3 yards on the play. Want to let you know who's going to be handling the ball. Ellis again at quarterback, Josh Fuller, Ryan Cannon. You'll hear a lot about him. Nolta, Summers, and Publico at wide receiver, the offensive line for Kailua. We'll get to that in just a bit. Back to the action, 2nd and 7. Again, the ball pitched back. This time, it is Josh Fuller running with the football, and he is tackled rather quickly. Defensive play made by Jeremy Imai.
Kailua still as methodical as ever. Going to the left, going to the right, setting up the third down play, which is textbook stuff, strategy-wise.
3rd and 8. And in motion, Will Nota. Ball again kept on the ground. Penalty marker. The play does go for first down yardage. Ryan Cannon able to get beyond the marker. But again, a penalty flag thrown on the play. Gain of 10 yards, but we'll have to wait and see if it comes back.
Tackle made by Dustin Valentin there.
The illegal motion on the offense. The play will be called back.
Take another look at this. This is just a standard play. You got the offside guard pulling. He doesn't get out, but gives it a good try. Fuller makes good action. 160 pounds, 5'8". They got good running backs. They can all carry the ball, but you can't make mistakes.
5 yards, repeat, 3rd down.
Well, number 21, Ryan Cannon, whom you saw moments ago, averaging over 135 yards per game every time he touches the ball, just shy of 8 yards per carry. 3rd and 13, ball at the 28-yard line. Quarterback back, looking to pass. The southpaw puts it up, fires complete. And the ball is advanced to about the 37-yard line, complete to the tight end, Will Nolta. And he is tackled by Dustin Valente.
Good 5-yard pass. The problem with running, you see Will Nolta, they 11 receptions, 172 yards, no touchdowns, 15-yard grab. When a running team gets down in a 3rd and 13, then it's tough for them to make first downs. It's going to be a factor tonight. Oh, there's a free 5.
Well, they'll still be shy of the first down. It's 4th and 7, so even with 5 yards, it'll bring up 4th and 3.
Dead ball foul, encroachment against the defense, 5 yards, repeat, 4th down.
Lohiao Coffrin, the senior running back linebacker, set to kick it away, and Kimo Kim back for the Naali'i of Aiea. Coffrin, 5'10", 175 pounds, kicking with the wind. He gets a spiral, kind of low, but it gets good distance. Kim fields it at the 25, dancing, juking his way back and forth, looks to find a little bit of a hole, doesn't get much, and takes it out to the 31-yard line. A 36-yard punt, a return of 6 yards before Kui Fox makes the tackle.
Aiea playing with a lot of intensity. You can almost feel it here if you were at the stadium. You got to come down. This is a perfect evening for football.
And one thing we should mention, if folks are tuning in and saying, now wait a minute, how come it is light at Aloha Stadium and it's dark at my house? Well, the reason is this game took place, I guess is taking place for our purposes, but it's the early game. The reason we wanted to highlight this game is 2 very deserving teams coming in at a perfect 4-0, and we wanted to show some white division football. Farrington playing the nightcap again. We've seen an awful lot of the Governors in recent weeks, so we kind of want to spread the wealth to deserving teams, and certainly these 2 clubs are deserving of being on television tonight.
Got to keep an eye on number 77 here, Josh Kwan at 6'2", a senior, 290 pounds. Some junior college is probably licking their chops right now, looking at this kid. He can really move for 290 pounds, pulling on just about every running play and makes a big hole when he gets through. That time, the Sea Riders closed it up after he got through.
Kaina Ellis, quarterback on one side, and now you're looking the other way. Marco Cano keeps the ball on the ground, and not much doing on this play as the Surf Riders collapse very quickly. Dan Summers and Joe Leftcourt teaming up to make the tackle.
Leftcourt, good football name. Played at the University of Hawaii. The parents did. A lot of history and tradition in both of these teams.
As we mentioned, you heard from Kid Leo, Aiea needing a win tonight and at least a tie next week against Roosevelt to clinch the white division. A win tonight by Kailua would clinch the outright championship. Running with the ball is Kimo Kim, and he's going to be well short of first down yardage, tackled at about the 36-yard line. That'll bring up 4th and about 5 yards to go.
Kailua's defense really settled down now. They haven't played in the stadium in a long time, probably, and on television in a long time. They're a little jittery, but they settled down on this series. See what they can do when they get the ball offensively.
Kimo Kim, the all-around guy, set to kick it away. Back there to field it, Rob Viella-Solomon. He's going to let it bounce, and the ball takes a very good bounce if you are Aiea. And it keeps rolling and trickling, and gravity kicks in, and Finally, the laws of physics. Rolls it down to about the 12-yard line, a 52-yard kick. Probably wish he would have fielded that one. We're going to take a timeout from Aloha Stadium. 6:22 remaining in the first quarter, 6-0 Aiea.
We'd like to remind you that fantastic savings are waiting for you when you join Oceanic's My TV Team Club. It's all about great deals at Hawaii's Merchants and Stain, chemical free and in school. Membership is free. Just call 625-8100. That's 625-8100.
What was that number?
625-8100. Call now.
Somebody get me a phone. Surf Riders starting things off from their own 12-yard line. Ball kept on the ground, spinning his way and fighting his way forward to about the 17-18-yard line. Good effort by Josh Fuller. He's a junior, goes 5'8", 160 pounds.
Take a look at this. This is just straight out. You see the offside guard pulling there, coming around, giving them good blocking, sealing to the inside there, gets that extra couple of yards when you can get a guard out there. Number 65 is got good feet. Roy, no, that's
junior Konohia. Oh, the ball is fumbled. The ball is loose. Aiea says we've got it, and the referees agree. It'll be Na'ali'i ball on the turnover at the 21-yard line. Liutunu Faiupu Jr. recovering the loose ball.
We were talking about when you run a running offense, the problem is you never get the ball sometimes, just like that. Not a good handoff between the running back and the quarterback results in a fumble, and that's the kind of stuff that will hurt you. A little high.
Looks like it just slapped right off of the chest pads, the shoulder pad, chest area of Ryan Cannon. And so Aiea takes over at the 21-yard line. Ball kept on the ground, down to the 10-yard line. Good running effort by Kenny Offerman. Josh Adams makes the tackle.
Oh, take a look at this Roy Tu'ua, who is a 210-pound guard. You just watch him come out of the blocks here, number 66 on the offside, all the way back from the tackle side. See, one guard kicks out there. The other tackle on the backside seals the inside. Gee, what great line play. And, of course, consequently, a good gain.
Very close to a first down. You can see Jim Beaver signal that it's about an inch shy. It'll be second and about an inch, just outside the 10-yard line.
It's hard to imagine Andrew Navarro, 61, who was leading that play, was 277 pounds, 5'11", a senior. And Roy Ta'ua, who's a 5'10" senior, 210 pounds, coming from the backside. Great line play.
Mark O'Connell, the junior quarterback, 5'9", 169 pounds, brings his team up to the line. Little delayed handoff. Ball kept on the ground into about the 6-yard line, and a penalty marker on the play. That time running with the football is Freddie Nassau, but illegal motion is going to bring that back, illegal procedure.
It's a well-coached team. They're pulling somebody, moving somebody on the line just about every play. No straight ahead blocking here. They just, with big fellas too. Josh Kwan that time pulled, went across the center trapping.
Illegal procedure on the offense, 5 yards. Repeat, second down.
Mr. Beaver in fine form tonight.
Yes, he is. Good look right there inside the face mask of the quarterback, Mark O'Connell.
You see Kailua now has 1 penalty for 5 yards. Aiea already has 3, but looks like they're dominating the game at this point.
And they've done it with only 1 first down. It's easy when you score touchdowns and you go 50, 60 yards on a play. This time, Freddie Nassau bowls his way down to about the 12, 13-yard line before Kalipo Machado makes the play.
Kailua doing a much better job up front now. Konahia, the nose guard 65 man, Matt Gasper. You can see him just stepping right up there with big number 44 coming up from the free safety spot. Machado, 185-pound senior. Freddie Nassau, what numbers? 9.5 yards a carry, 5 touchdowns, 448 yards and 47 rushes. Woo. Impressive.
He only needs 3 yards right now. 3rd and 3 from the 14. Fights his way down to about the 11-yard line, and it depends where the referee spots it. It looked like the football traveled enough distance, but his knee hit the ground a little bit prematurely, and they're going to mark it down at about the 12, so he will be about a yard shy. It'll be 4th and 1.
Mark O'Connell, real sure ball handler, only a junior at 165 pounds, but he's putting it right in there, and he got 3 real good running backs to give the ball to. Big play for the Na'ali.
Now with Kimo Kim and Freddie Nassau in the background, you might figure that it wouldn't be too difficult to pick up 1 yard. And a penalty marker, and if that goes against Aiea, which it looks like it will, delay of game.
Foul, delay of game against the offense, 5 yards. Repeat, 4th down.
Well, that's a very costly penalty on 4th and less than a yard. Now they go back. That's now their 4th penalty, 20 yards total. That was probably the most untimely of penalties.
Untimely indeed. Will they pass? Can they pass?
Well, it looks like they're going to be sending a kicker out there. Mark Dusenshawn was heading out to the field with the tee when Aiea Wendell Say said, "Give me a TO. Let me think about this one." So we too will take a timeout. Exactly 3 minutes remaining on the scoreboard clock here at Aloha Stadium. Aiea on top of Kailua by a score of 6-0. Back at Aloha Stadium, glad you can join us. As you can see, a beautiful evening. It's been a very superb year for both of these teams. We had an opportunity to talk to Wendell Say, the head coach of Aiea, before the game. We asked him, "Hey coach, what have been your keys to success?"
Yeah, I think our veteran line has been the key. You know, all of our linemen returned from last year, so they've been doing a good job of blocking, executing, and then you know, making good holes for our running backs. You know, Kimo and Freddie.
Okay, Kimo, tell me about
So Mark Dusenshawn now in to kick the ball. Going to try to put it up from about 17 yards out, or rather from about 24 yards out. It'll be a 34-yard attempt. Mark Dusenshawn, 5'10", 185 pounds. The kick is up. It's long enough. It's straight enough. It's good. And so Dusenshawn unable to convert on the point after the touchdown, but manages to put it through from 37 yards away. And coach, I know you love to see that, because it's not too often we see a good kicking game at the high school level.
He kicked that absolutely perfect. That was a good snap, everything. Luna put it right back up there, right up and down. Dusenshawn just kicked it right, kept his head down, good follow through. From a defensive standpoint of view, Kailua got away with just 3 points and not 6, and they kind of lucked out because this was all set up with a fumble. So, Aiea, ooh, look at that school spirit, personal pride there. It's bad luck to talk with cheerleaders. Cheering.
So we are back in play, and the ball is fielded at about the 20-yard line, and it is Dustin Valenti making the tackle. The return by Kui Fox. Boy, talk about some of the offensive linemen that have played for Kailua, and of course, perhaps one of the most prominent over the years, Coach Marcus Malapiai.
Oh, they're great players in Kailua. It's a great breeding ground for great football players and a lot of other things too. Yep,
now playing on Saturday afternoons with Washington of the Pac-10. First and 10, ball at the 32-yard line. 2:29 remaining in the first quarter. 9-0 Aiea on top. Here comes Kailua. Ball is handed off in a big hole. Wide open, first down and more for Jay Odom.
15 quick yards. Take a look at this. They got an unbalanced line here. I don't know if the defense recognized it. You can't probably see it, but they had 4 people there on the right. Big, absolute big hole. Ran right by the middle linebacker, Paupu, who didn't see him coming at all. Running behind Chong and Kipapa and Freeman.
Odom, he looks good. He's got the blue tape. Look at that, the blue socks and the blue shoes over. He's a ball player. Odom again, taking the football, trying to swing it around from the outside. He goes nowhere. A penalty marker on the play. Let's go downstairs. Kid Neo standing by. Kid.
All right, What's up, guys? What you're looking at is the helmet of number 61, Andrew Navarro. Now, you're going to look at the footballs and the tomahawks on his helmet. Now, the footballs stand for offense and the tomahawks for defense. They get a sticker every time they start in practice on either side of the ball. So you can see 61 has been very busy. He's a senior this year. Back to you guys.
We have defensive holding. 10 yards at the end of the run. First down.
Well, that's a call you don't see very often. Defensive holding. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Surf Riders. Ball at the 43-yard line of Aiea. And in motion is Will Nolta. The ball is handed off. Another penalty marker on the field. And Ryan Cannon goes down quickly. Jeremy Iman making the stop. Waiting to see the call, conferring with the Na'ali'i player, so that would indicate that it's against Kailua. Probably the penalty would be declined since there was a loss of about 3.5 yards on the play. I would expect the penalty would be refused.
Faupu there making the decision.
Well, it must be a big one then. It must be a 15-yarder. Now, I don't understand that, Coach. Now, they're going to take the penalty. It's 1st down again, and all they gain is about 2 yards.
We have an illegal shift against the offense. 5 yards. Repeat. First down.
Well, I disagree with that call. It would have been 2nd and 13. Instead, it's 1st and 15. I think most any coach would normally trade it down for 2 yards, wouldn't you, if you were a defensive coach?
Yes, but the player made the decision. It's a learning process. The teachable moment has occurred.
Yeah, no kidding. Back to pass. The quarterback, the lefty, Kaina Ellis, hooks up with his big tight end, Will Nolta, and the senior, 6'3", 195-pounder, squirms his way to about the 43. Back to the original line of scrimmage, gain of 5 before Leon Riel and Chris Baptista combined for the tackle.
Nolta, good-looking receiver, just runs a little out pass in here. Ellis puts it right on the hand. He's 6'2", 185 pounds, good target. Almost gets the ball stripped away here, boy. When you got 3 Na'ali'i on you there, you got to be careful and hang on to it.
Well, let's see if the Aiea call pays off. 2nd and 9, ball at the 42-yard line. Ellis puts it on the ground. Jay Odom. And he goes absolutely nowhere. Good defensive play. Again, it is Riel, Scott Saito, and also Niutunu Faiupu in there.
Boy, they have got a pile of people there. Kailua playing unbalanced line over there. They have 4 people on the right side of their line. If you take a look at them, they got 2 guards over there. See big number 88 there, Faiupu. See if they do that again. They did that the last series with some success. See if Aiea recognizes it and overshifts.
3rd and 9. Defense playing tight on the line of scrimmage. Ellis looking to pass, has the receiver open down the sideline. The ball is underthrown, but it turns out to be right on the money as Ryan Cannon comes back to the football.
This kid's a good receiver. Nolta runs good patterns, gets in the open. Dustin Valentine there to stop it. A 32-yard gain. Take another look at it. Very difficult for a quarterback that's left-handed to roll this way because they have to get their hip back so that they can throw it. Nolta comes all the way across the line. Ball a little on the throw, comes back to get it. Dustin Valente makes the call, and the Kailua is threatening.
Well, Valente had actually done a good job of coverage, but because the ball was underthrown, the receiver was able to come back. Ryan Cannon a 1st down. We take timeout. 9-0 our score.
Gee, Ellis, right? What is this football pack? Aiea school band. All right. The band practices also. Hey, Ellis is 3 for 3. All to Nolta for 43 yards. Passing game is working.
Well, an opportunity right now for Kailua to try to even things up. Jay Odom sweeping to the left side inside the 10-yard line where he is wrapped up by Leon Riel.
It didn't fool Riel, but you can see unbalanced line again to the right, running back where they only got 2 linemen.
Odom doing a nice job. He's a running back / linebacker playing both ways. A senior, 5'11", 210. Okay, as you look at Jerry Fornelia on the other side, head coach of the Sea Riders. Actually, that wasn't the head coach, one of the coaches, the assistant coach there. 2nd and 6. Ball just inside the 10. 2 receivers split to the right side. They're going to keep it on the ground. Odom battling his way inside the 5, still fighting to about the 3.5-yard line before Faiupu and Imai team up for the tackle.
Take another look at it. The unbalanced line to the right. Everybody just straight ahead blocking. This is going to be close.
Yeah.
Boy, what drive in the legs there, huh?
They're going to bring out the chain gang on this one, and officials timeout. A little too close to eye. .11:06 remaining here in the first half, a first quarter that really flew by quickly. Primarily because both of these teams like to keep the ball on the ground.
Jay Odom, 210 pounds, difficult to bring down, boy. Big, strong kid, 5'11", 210. That's a great size for a running back.
Odom is the lone setback right now. Tight end to the right side, also 2 receivers split to the right. And I believe somebody may have jumped a little bit early. And if it's against Kailua, that's going to turn 3rd and about 3 inches into 3rd and about 5.5 yards.
We have a dead ball foul. Encroachment against the defense. Half the distance to the goal line.
Well, it's against the defense. It'll be an automatic first down. It'll be goal to go. 1st and goal to go at about the 1.5-yard line.
It's really interesting. Kailua is coming up, and they have got half of their football team on the right side of the line, playing an unbalanced line, 2 guards, 2 tackles on one side with the receivers on that side, and then just running there. There's nothing fancy about this at all.
Once again, Jay Odom, the lone setback behind the quarterback, Kaina Ellis.
Unbalanced right again.
They go that way, and oh boy, what a defensive play right up there in his face to make the tackle, Andrew Navarro. Oh, big guy, 5'11", 277, Navarro.
Great defensive play. That was a real good cartouche for a down lineman, especially one that size. Take a look at that. He just comes right down. Everybody's blocking down. He comes through there head on, stopping Jay Odom dead in his tracks. That's not an easy thing to do. Good job, Navarro.
Boy, he's got a good low center of gravity at 6 feet, rather 5'11", 277, and he used it to its full extent there. It'll be 2nd and 3 at the 3. Ball is pitched back. Ryan Cannon, he is tackled behind the 6-yard line. This time another fabulous play, Dustin Valente.
Gee, what a great job by Valente. Only 150 pounds. Boy, he came right through there, wasn't fooled at all. Because Ryan Cannon was off to the races here. Valente, good open field tackle. Saved the day. Aiea playing with a great deal of intensity on defense at this point.
Well, the Na'ali'i up 9-0, and they're trying to preserve that shutout. The Surf Riders trying to get on the board. It'll be 3rd and goal from the 5. 2 receivers to the right side. Again, 1 lone setback. Ball kept on the ground. Ryan Cannon fighting his way forward inside the 5 to about the 4-yard line. And it'll be 4th and goal from the 4. Chris Baptista with the tackle.
Big decision for the coach here.
Well, there's Jerry Finelli. He's going to have to decide what he wants to do. Looks like he's going to go for it.
Got his little Napaka on there with his tea leaf lay for good luck.
Well, this is a huge play right here, emotionally and, of course, in terms of points, to get Kailua back in the ball game. And a penalty marker thrown. And if it's against Kailua, it's going to be a huge mistake. Let's see the call.
Foul, illegal procedure.
Big mistake.
This drive has taken over 6 minutes, 20 seconds, 70 yards in 11 plays. This grinding it out, typical Kailua fashion. They gotta go for the, you heard the coach say it right there, go for the field goal.
Well, they got to put some points on the board. And so it'll be Lohiau Coffrin coming in to kick it up.
Little chip shot here from about 18.
The quarterback, Kaina Ellis, will spot it and put it down. He does. The kick is up. The kick is wide to the right and no good. And so Kailua drains the clock of more than 6 minutes. And an 11-play drive for naught as they are stopped by the Na'ali'i and stopped by themselves. Mistakes inside the 10-yard line.
That's a bad place to make them because 5 yards down there is like dog years. You know? I mean, 1 yard down there is about 10 yards in the entertainment zone. Got to give Aiea credit, boy. They just really tuned up their defense there and stopped that drive once they got down inside the 20-yard line. It was a kind of a bend and not break effort. Kailua can move the ball and hang on to it, so Aiea has to keep the lead.
Well, 7:56 remaining in a fast-moving, fast-paced first half. We take time out. On top of Kailua, 9-0. Back at Aloha Stadium. Glad you could join us on this Friday evening. Aloha Friday the 13th. Howard Dashevsky, the coach, Larry Price, and Kid Leo bringing you this action from the OIA's white division in the big hole. Busted up the middle. The big guy, Freddie Nassau. He's got one man to beat, and he is tripped up. A fine defensive play in the open field by Alan Ishii. But not before the cannonball wraps up 48 yards.
Take a look at this. You can see the linebacker stunting went the wrong way. Didn't tackle. Watch the linebacker. You see him in there in the center? Nassau runs right by him. Stunting linebacker got to tackle everything in sight. 6 rushes, 56 yards. This is Kid, everything we said. 48 quick yards. Freddie Nassau, 5'6", 170. And once again gets tripped up just with one hand there.
Alan Ishii saving a possible touchdown. This time the ball is pitched back. Running with it, Kimo Kim, and he is going to get dragged down from behind. A fine defensive play that time by junior Kanohia, also Alapaki Cummings.
Oh, Kimo Kim, they got Mr. Inside and Mr. Outside here. Kimo got good feet, 5'8", 150 pounds. I guess you should keep him outside, but 2 real great running backs.
Very different running backs. Kim likes to take it to the outside, and of course, Nassau, there's no mystery about his running game.
Well, I tell you, strong kid for 170 pounds. Built low to the ground, too.
2nd and 11 after the loss of 1. Ball at the 43-yard line of Kailua. 6:40 remaining in the first half, and Aiea up 9-0. Ball is given to Kimo Kim on the ground, dancing and twisting his way to about the 38-yard line before he is brought down. Nice play again. Cummings in on the tackle.
Alapaki Cummings saved the touchdown there. Misdirection play with Kimo Kim. 4 yards, 65 yards. Great blocking up front. Boy, I tell you, Navarro, Ta'ua, Luna, Kwan, Saito, all big fellas and blowing holes in that Kailua line. I think Kailua are trying to play a bend and not break type defense too. They're not, you know, they don't want to overreact. But Aia's line doing the job right now, just like Coach Say said in the beginning.
3rd and 6 from the 38. Quarterback Marco Cano.
Yeah, there's a picture-perfect way of a guard pulling. You saw Josh Kwan pulling out there and trying to block the defensive end coming across with the wrong shoulder. Take a look at this. He's supposed to block the guy with the right shoulder here. You see the left guard, number 77. You see he goes the left shoulder right there, and he drops right back in. Nat Kalbaum, 225 pounds, shook off the trap and dropped in on the play. Good defensive play by Nat Kalbaum.
And so kicking it away will be Kailua. Alan Ishii back to field the punt, fields it at the 6. Looks to turn it up, and he gets about a half-dozen yards out of it. Takes it back to about the 15, actually a little bit more than that, almost 9, almost 10 yards on the return.
Special team player Austin Arizo there, only 140-pound junior, makes the tackle. These good-looking Aloha shirts that the Dash and the coach are wearing here tonight are from Kahala Sportswear, available at fine retail outlets throughout Hawaii.
And when you look good, by golly, you feel good.
I like it when you're profound.
Have I told you you look good today, Coach? 1st and 10 from the 15. Back to pass, under pressure as the quarterback Kaina Ellis finally gets it away, but the pass incomplete.
That's his first incompletion. Good pass rush that time, but boy, he had the poise.
Leon Riel putting pressure on the quarterback that time. He was the one that forced Ellis to hurry it up. I like when you keep those kind of stats. You got interceptions and sacks, and you got hurries.
Well, Jack K is the best, you know.
Yeah, when it comes to hurries, I mean, a hurry is as good as a tackle. On
a mental rush.
2nd and 10 from the 15. Ellis again, the southpaw, back to pass, has to force it, and this one incomplete. We send it back downstairs again. Kid Leo.
I tell you what, it's Friday the 13th, and many strange things can happen. Kailua, usually a tough running defensive team, but tonight they're getting touched for many yards. You're looking at one of their defensive linemen right now, number 56, Kavika Kauapuiki. Back to you guys.
Well, Kailua, of course, came into the game, the #1 defense in the white division, allowing only 175 yards per game.
Here's a tough stat for Kailua. On 3rd downs, 4 of them, they have not made one yet. This would be a good time to make one.
Especially from their own 14-yard line, where it's 3rd and long. 3rd and 10 to be exact. Quick little pass over the middle. It is deflected. Nice job defensively by Niu Tunufaupu, who almost had an opportunity to pick that one off.
Take another look at this. You can see the overshoot. Well, if you do, take a look at it next time when they come up. You can see the unbalanced line there to the right, and just kind of dunks it over. Oh, Faupu almost picked that up, and he knows it, boy.
And so Cochran to kick it away, and Kimo Kim is going to let it bounce. He's going to field it on a short hop, and he's going to hit toward the camera to the near side. Still on his feet, dancing, trying to turn it up, and then he gets tackled out of bounds. Somewhat of a late hit. It also sent the head coach, or one of the coaches, down there flying, and Jim Beavers rushes over quickly. Kui Fox makes the tackle, and it's going to be a clip on the return team. So that'll come back 15. Well, just under 4.5 minutes remaining here, Coach, in the first half of play.
A very brisk pace right here.
Kailua unable to really do much offensively.
Flipping during the return, 15 yards, 1st down.
If we take away a couple of the fumbles and the penalties, Kailua is right in this game. But that's the trouble when you play against a team ball control oriented, field position oriented. When they get a hit 9 points, it's like 36 points against a passing team. It's hard to make up 9 points against a ball control team.
From the 40-yard line, it'll be 1st and 10 for the Na'ali'i.
Oh.
That time, Freddie Nassau was hit almost before he got the football. Matt Gasper coming in, the senior.
I think that Kailua has had a great player named Gasper every year since they started football. Watch number 66 just come right through here. You don't see Nassau get stopped very often in the backfield, and that's one of the few times.
And Nassau, very strong hands and arms, and that's the only thing that kept him from fumbling that football, because he was hit immediately. Full house backfield. This time Nassau picking and weaving his way through. A gain of about 5 yards on the play. It'll bring up 3rd and 7. And again, Gasper making the tackle.
The Gasper Nassau show right now. The middle linebacker for Kailua, 225 pounds, and Nassau at 170. This kid is a real natural running back. Boy, he just sees the little hole in the offensive line. Doesn't take much. Of course, when you're running behind Kwan at 290 pounds and Saito at 225 pounds, there's a lot of room there.
It'll be 3rd and long, 3rd and 8 from the 42-yard line. Just over 3 minutes remaining in the half. Kailua looking for a big stop right here. Running with the football. Kimo Kim, and he's going to be well shy of a 1st down. Knocked out of bounds by Alapaki Cummings at the 45-yard line, and it'll be 4th and 5, and it appears as though the Na'ali'i will kick it away.
They came up unbalanced line to the wide side of the field, ran to the wide side of the field. The middle linebacker Gasper was stunting, and they had that one figured out all the way.
So Kimo Kim to kick it away, and Alan Ishii back to field the kick. Low line drive takes a good bounce, and Ishii's just going to let that one go. It continues to bounce, and it'll be down right there on the 5-yard line by Anthony Davis. A kick of 50 yards.
Aiea doing everything right now, keeping the ball out of the wind. getting it down there and grounding it. For our next tailgate get-together, stop in at Tanioka's, located conveniently in Waipahu's. Whether it's bentos, fish, poke, fresh fish, or catering, for our next celebration, make it Tanioka's in Waipahu.
You know, they not only look like BYU and UH, I mean, the music sounds like we're at a Hawaii game, huh?
That is a little familiar.
Yeah.
2:30 left in the quarter, in the half.
Ball kept on the ground in a big hole. First down and more for the running back, Jay Odom.
Great blocking up front by Chun and Kipapa.
Valenti and Faiupu making the tackle.
Take another look at this. Little full block here. Get a good block there. That's what makes the hole. Yes, a great job by number 65, Junior Kanohi and Ed Chun. Good little flip-flop there.
First and 10, ball now at the 19-yard line, but time running thin on Kailua. Good hit at the line of scrimmage. Jay Odom, and defensively, a big play. You could hear the helmets banging from up here.
That's Tia Levi there with the Katoos right there on Odom, number 33, 225 pounds, meeting 210 pounds head on.
Yeah, that was a good loud crash. You could hear it. Tia Levi, 25. We're going to take a timeout. 9-0 our score late in this first half.
Oh, there's that school spirit, personal pride.
Ah, some beautiful girls. 1:47 remaining in the half. Putting it up. Ellis looking downfield. Has a receiver down there, but unable to connect with him. He was looking in the direction of Ryan Cannon, but Kevin Moriyama back to pass, or back to put a little bit of pressure on the quarterback.
Ellis kind of hurt his arm there a little bit. He's not really that warmed up to throw a pass that far. He's telling Cannon, gee, I couldn't reach you. You outran my arm. Little downwind down here, though. It's pretty much going with the wind, going toward the south end zone. 0 and 5 on third downs. Big play for Kailua.
Another long one, 3rd and 10. Ellis looking to throw. Has a receiver complete. And they get the first down and more. Pass complete to Alapaki Cummings. Cummings a good target out there.
Boy, that's a great effort by Cummings and Ellis. Gets out here. Odom leads them good, gets a good block. Big number 88, Fai Apu, tries to get in there. Just a good move here. Watch him kick up his feet here. This is when you know you've done something really well. See that? Yeah.
You know, Cummings used to play quarterback for these Surf Riders, but then when Mordo a running team, he's more of a passing quarterback. Now he's out there as a receiver, also playing defense. So
they have a strange problem. They have so many talented people. You see Cummings 4'8" for 59 yards. They have a lot of talented players. Getting them in the right position is really a problem.
Screen pay, and that time, boy, I tell you, Ellis probably thought he was at Sandy Beach, and he saw about a 15-foot wave getting ready to break on top of him.
Boy, they were coming there. Lucky that wasn't intercepted. Kind of slipped off his hand. Good pass rush there by big 95 Baptista. Another famous name from Aiea. 170-pound, 5'11". Boy, he came like a rocket that time.
Incomplete pass stops the clock at 1:27. Kaina Ellis, 5'11", 150 pounds. He's only a junior. Brings his troops up to the line. 2nd and 10, ball at the 35-yard line. Again, back to pass. He's going to run it. And he's not going to get very far.
Rial, good job of rushing a pass and then chasing from behind. 6'2", 220-pound, a senior. That was a great effort. Watch number 14 here. He just doesn't give up on his pass rush here. See the quarterback? Watch number 14 chase him down from behind. You'll see him come into your screen right about now. That's really a great effort, and good job, of course, by big number 65 there.
Now it's going to be 3rd and long, and right now the head coach with his back to you and the lay on, conferring with his assistant coaches.
14 of Hawaii's talented young adults move up to the Road of Fame Talent Search Finals Friday, November 10th here at Aloha Stadium. Come out and support these up-and-coming entertainers. There's a concert with Glenn Medeiros and Kapena and the OIA Championship game, all for the price of one ticket. Can you believe it? The Road to Fame Talent Search Finals, sponsored by Oceanic, MyTV, and Ala Moana Center. Boy, look at the size of Kwan there, number 77. What a he-man. Whew. Big fella.
6'2", 290. That's a football player, no mistaking.
Oh, I tell you.
Yeah. No mistaking him. Well, 1:14 to go here in the first quarter. Looking for a play action, screen pass, the ball is fumbled, and who's got it? They're still fighting for it, and it appears as though Kailua gets it back, but it's short of a first down.
Junior Kanohi saves the day there, boy, I tell you. This is a good pass run. You see Kwan after him, number 77, going both ways. Nolta drops the ball there, and the battle is on, and Junior Kanohi scooped that up. That could have been bad shape.
Yeah, he was right there, Johnny on the spot. And we have an official's timeout, and now the coach for Kailua will take a full timeout.
That's a second fumble for Kailua.
Well, a fast first half has come to somewhat of a slow end. 9-0 our score. Aiea striking very quickly on their first possession. The Na'ali'i drive down, hit pay dirt, missed the point after touchdown, 6-0.
Well, I tell you this, this Aiea team will give anybody, red, white, or blue, a hard time. A very sound football team, good line play. You can take a look at the playoff picture right now.
That's right. Well, of course, in the red division, you have Kahuku up there, and they are very tough. They're going to play the Blues, number 2 seed. That'll be Moanalua, and then Farrington will be up against the winner of this game, or actually depending on what happens over the next couple of weeks, because this division still is not totally settled, but Farrington will play either Aiea or Kailua, then Waianae versus Castle, and Campbell against either Kailua or Aiea. A fake punt. Ryan Cannon, he's still on his feet. He's got the first down and a whole bunch more. He's down to the 30, to the 26-yard line. Oh, my. I love it. I love it.
You got to watch this play really closely now. You'll never see it. Ryan Cannon, 5'8", 160 pounds. Wait until you see who he got the football from. Watch the guy on your right. You see him right there, number 66. Gives Cannon the ball, who goes the other way. And our cameramen are not fooled. But the Aiea defense was.
Boy.
Cannon, what a galloper, boy. He's galloping. He looks like Gale Sayers there.
And that's a tough one to do, because he just got the football and he just kind of like sat there and hunched over it and let everybody go the opposite way.
Good
and then
play.
He breaks out running. Bellis looking to pass, and it is nearly picked off right into the arms of Ray Tilavea.
I tell you, this Faiupo at 220 pounds, number 88 there, is the one that caused that play. Boy, what a pass rusher.
Tilavea nearly picked it off, and instead it's going to be a 5-yard march backwards for Kailua.
You see the stunting line, but watch. I tell you what, that's how you want him to go for the quarterback, boy. Really put a hit on the quarterback. Watch this here.
6-man line decline, second down.
Faiupo, 220 pounds.
That'll knock
Yeah,
the wind.
he knows it.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
That's such a good feeling.
You got a chance to get a clean shot on a quarterback, especially one that weighs 150, and you've got him by over 100 pounds.
Amazes me how a cameraman catch all of that right there.
They're all over it. 20 seconds remaining. Kailua likely will try to throw it into the end zone or in that direction a couple of times. Well, that time Ellis appears to just throw it away.
Well, that's a smart thing to do here. If you're going to go, you want to go for the end zone.
Only cost him a few seconds, still 14 seconds remaining. He was looking in the direction of Cummings, but
boy, this is a big play on the third down. They have not made a third down conversion now. Boy, they need to throw short, run long with one of those great backs.
Well, if nothing else, Kailua, if they get a little bit closer, might even be able to go for a field goal if they don't come up on this play. We've seen already Aiea convert on a 37-yard field goal. Ellis back to pass, looking at the end zone, has a receiver, touchdown! Oh, perfect pass right on the money to Ryan Cannon.
Boy, I tell you what, when you coach a defense, you always tell them when it's third down and long, watch for the pass, the draw, and the screen. Just amazes you that they can complete a pass like that when everybody in the state of Hawaii knows what Aiea Ellis was going to do that time. A perfectly thrown ball. For a 150-pound guy, strong arm.
Especially, as you said, on third and long with less than 15 seconds, you know they got a pass.
Very predictable situation.
And so now Coughlin going to attempt the point after touchdown. And Coughlin is good, and so a very costly mental mistake late in the first half by the Na'ali'i. They could have gone into the locker room with a 9-0 lead. Instead, now 9-7.
Watch Cannon flanked out. He had 160 pounds. He just runs a straight fly pattern. Nothing fancy here. Number 23, Moriyama, trying to cover him. Ball perfectly thrown on the money. Grabs it with 2 hands, hugs it like it was his favorite little meal.
I tell you what, that was not exactly bad coverage either by Moriyama. He was right on him.
Perfectly thrown. Perfectly thrown. Nolta tries to pick him up and can't. Watch it one more time. Great blocking up here by Jay Odom. Takes a hit afterwards, and he sees the touchdown through his legs and signals for the officials. Jim Beaver, the official over there, makes it official. We got a football game now.
Yes, we do. 9 seconds remaining in the first half. Kailua set to kick it away. A short little pooch kick, and it is fielded at about the 42-yard line. And a little extracurricular activity draws a yellow flag. Well, amazingly, the kick only took 1 second off the clock.
You know, I have to say, Howard, my man, I've seen some of the strangest looking kickoffs in this game that I've ever seen in my life in 20 years of football. Let's see what Jim Beaver has to say. Maybe he's going to...
Dead ball foul, personal foul against receiving team, 15 yards, first and 25.
That was the result of a late hit.
But that was really a strange kick. I thought there for a minute Jim Beaver was going to rule the kick unsportsmanlike or something.
5 yards for just an ugly kick.
Ugly kick. Well, strange kick. I didn't say ugly.
Not aesthetically pleasing.
Not well. There you go. Good first half.
Yeah, first half that winds its way down unceremoniously. And so they're going to head on into the locker room. And as we go to the half, we want to go to Kid Lear, who's standing by with the head coach. Kid?
All right, Coach, you guys have held them all game. They kind of stole one from you right there at the end. You know, 9-7 going into the half.
Well, you know, again, Kailua, we got to expect anything. I mean, this type of game, you know, if you can't move the ball, you know, we got to try something different.
The fake punt, did it surprise you after they started off the game with an onside kick?
No, because we saw them do a fake punt before, but not that one.
Now, these guys usually have a very tough run defense, but you guys have kind of run it up on them a little bit here in the first half. You're going to do the same in the second?
We're going to try and take whatever they give us. Yeah, if they're going to give us a run, we'll stick to the run.
All right, thanks a lot, Coach. Good luck in the second half. Back to you guys.
All righty, thank you, Kid. They're about 15 minutes away from the kickoff of the second half. A very quick-moving half, and look at that little beautiful young lady. What a way to spend a Friday night. 9-7, Aiea on top of Kailua at the half. On Aloha Friday the 13th.
Oh, that school spirit. They just love it. Hi, how are you guys doing? looking good.
Yes, they are. We got a game that's looking good, too. We got a very tightly contested battle. Two running teams. We said it was probably going to be a very even game, and it has, in fact, been 9-7 our score, only by virtue of a very late first-half touchdown on the part of Kailua, set up by a fake punt.
Yeah, well, you heard what the coach said. they're gonna give them, and they're gonna take what they get. And Kailua did the same. They threw for a touchdown, and everybody was expecting to run the ball. So Aiea doesn't have to pass the ball yet. Kailua does. Aiea's defense a little tougher, but the difference is one field goal.
That's all it is, and we're going to take a look at some of the first half action.
Take a look at the first touchdown here. This is a running play. Freddie Nassau. We told you to watch him in the beginning. He is just absolutely a little bowling ball. Got strong legs, and I'm not sure what that white tape is on. They all have it. I don't know if it's part of uniform. Here's the fake punt play that fooled everybody on the Aiea team, but not our camera people. And you can see Cannon, Ryan Cannon here. 4 rushes so far for 33, including that one. 4 of the 5 rushers, the top rushers in the stadium. This was the play right here. Very predictable situation, 3rd and long. You see Cannon going down, fly pattern, just looking for it. Moriyama in perfect position. The ball just misses his fingertips. Cannon pulls it in, and the game is 7-9. Of course, it would have been 10-9 if this field goal by Kailua had just gone a little bit to the left, but it didn't. Drifted to the right, and that's the difference in the game right there.
Very close game, and second half coming your way. We're going to hear from the Kailua coach as they come out of the locker room momentarily. Kid Leo standing by. But coach, I don't really think we've seen any surprises. We've seen a game exactly what we expected, to be honest with you.
We said Nassau, we said Cannon, we said Odom, and that's exactly what we got. As Aiea gets ready to come out, oh, I'm always afraid of this moment. I remember when I first ran out and hit this paper, it knocked me out when I was playing high school. I don't like to see him do that. Oh, you look at the first down stats here. Kailua has 8 first downs. Aiea only has 2, but they lead in rushing yards. That's because of those long runs. Passing, Kailua has all of the passing yards. Total yards about even. Kailua has a turnover, as you see Aiea coming out in the background. Penalties, 3. Aiea has really hurt themselves. 8 penalties for 62 yards. Time of possession, even as you would expect with 2 running teams.
And we are now just awaiting the Kailua Surf Riders to make their way out of the tunnel. They are starting to gather as you see their cheerleaders.
Oh, my goodness. Double paper. I would have never made it through those 2 banners.
Hey, that was always an honor, though. Remember that back then? I mean, the big question, who gets to run through the banner?
I think my coach made me do it because he knew I couldn't crack the paper with my best blow. Here's Wendell Say coming out. He looks a little confident, doesn't he?
Yep, and his counterpart, Jerry Fenella, downstairs right now with Kid Leo.
Make it through. Make it through. Oh, there you go. Good go. Oh,
right,
he
guys,
broke it. Oh.
All right, guys, we're down here with the coach of Kailua now. That fake punt at the end of the half was what set up the touchdown. What a great play.
Yeah, it was also a great effort on Ryan's part. A lot of guys would have been tackled after about 10 yards on that. He did a great job.
Very fast run. Now, you guys started off the game with an onside kick. Was that just to throw a little element of surprise, or did he just miss the ball?
He just missed the ball.
Been giving him credit all half along for that incredible play. Your rush defense is giving up some yards. What are you guys going to do to contain the rushing this half?
Well, we're just going to try to play assignment football, play low, get off the blocks, and tackle those guys.
All right, thanks a lot, Coach. Good luck to you in the second half. Back to you guys.
All righty, thanks, kid. Jerry Fornelia, the head coach for Kailua. We are set to get underway. That man, 21 right there, Ryan Cannon, certainly playing an instrumental role. Pretty much, if there's a big play, he's going to be a part of it.
And number 66 there, Matt Gasper, who is a middle linebacker, has got his hands full because somebody has got to stop Nassau and Kimo Kim, and that's what the middle linebacker is all about.
All right, 2 big teams down here getting ready to butt heads as we start a second half of football. Some people going across one another, some familiar faces on opposite sides of the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I really do believe that some of these people are related to each other. I think Kalbaum, number 74 for Kailua, is a cousin of Josh Kwan. In either case, they are both about the same size, so they must be related somehow genetically.
Yeah. 225 going up against 280. We got a loose football, and Kailua jumps on top of it. Boy, that is a mistake they can ill afford to make. to open up the second half of football, trailing 9-6.
Well, it's one of those strange kicks again from Aiea. My goodness. Take a look at this ball. It does everything but vomit. Look at that. It hits one of the players in the leg. What an ugly kick. That's almost illegal. I mean, look at that ball. It refuses to be captured. That was a kickoff from purgatory.
And that was an analogy unlike any I have heard before. On 1st and 10 from the 12-yard line, the ball is kept on the ground and a yard maybe picked up on the play.
Scott Saito made the tackle with Liaga. Aiea really pumped up. They seem to be really into this game. Got a lot on stake. It's been a long time since they've been undefeated and getting ready to go into the playoffs.
2nd and 9. Again, ball kept on the ground. Fighting his way, trying to break the tackle is Ryan Cannon. And he is tripped up by Jeremy Imai.
Jeremy Imai hanging on for dear life.
Hey, it's nice to hear a pumped up band playing something other than Hawaii 5-0 or an unfamiliar spirited tune being played at Aloha Stadium
look
tonight.
at that. Look at that school spirit. That personal pride. Bring those signs to the playoffs. That's what your team needs.
On 3rd and 5, another good gainer, Ryan Cannon with the football, and he gets his way beyond the first down marker, a first down, and Jerry Imai once again, the senior, stepping up, making the tackle.
Not a good idea when your safety is making the tackles up front there. Kailua is doing something right here in the beginning. You see Ryan Campbell, 7 rushes for 45 yards. They have not been able to run up the center like this in the first half.
1st and 10, ball now at the 24-yard line. Almost a shaky handoff. Cannon manages to grasp the football, but unfortunately he is in the grasp of Scott Saito.
Scott Saito playing a very inspired game. 6 feet, 225-pound senior is going from sideline to sideline. Good going.
Gain of 1 yard on the play.
We have a new quarterback.
Quarterback now is Kui Fox. He's a junior, 5'8", 160 pounds. So Alapaki Cummings has normally been used as the second quarterback. We got, I think, maybe a little exchange problem down there. It looked as though the ball may have kind of almost popped loose, or maybe in fact did. And no gain on the play.
You would expect that. You know, Leon Real again in there. 200-pound senior has been playing a fine game. Tough to get used to that ball. His 3rd down situations have not been kind to Kailua, except in one circumstance.
So Kui Fox in once again at quarterback. The lone setback, Jay Odom. Fox. Oh, under pressure, but gets a good block. Puts it up in the air, has a receiver, but he overthrows Will Nolta. Boy, he got himself a superb block in the backfield. There was a linebacker coming in strong, and he was hearing some footsteps, managed to get it away. And so Lohiau Coffrin will kick it away for Kailua.
This is dead into the wind right now.
Kimo Kim back for Aiea. High kick, but not very far. Fair catch signaled and fair catch made at the 47-yard line. So a 29-yard kick. The Na'ali'i of Aiea will start off with excellent field position. 8:58 remaining in the 3rd quarter. That team on top, 9-7. Back at Aloha Stadium, the Na'ali'i of Aiea is set to take it over after Kailua unable to do anything. They lost their quarterback, Kaina Ellis, and we're trying to find out what exactly is wrong. Kui Fox is in, and normally it would be Alapaki Cummings, but he's got a sore throwing pinky, and so thus Fox has taken over quarterback. In the meantime, a reminder
that tonight's OIA game will be re-telecast on Saturday and Sunday at 4 p.m.
1st and 10 from the 47-yard line. Ball on the ground, given to Freddie Nassau. Still fighting his way past midfield to the 47-yard line of Kailua before Cummings makes the tackle.
Like we said in the beginning, when they came out in the second half, you see Matt Gaspard at number 66. He's the one that has got to key on Nassau, who has now 10 rushes for 65 yards and a touchdown. Kailua playing him tough defense, but he's a game breaker.
Pickup of about 5.5 yards. It'll be second down. Mark O'Connell, the quarterback, looking to pass. We haven't seen that very much tonight. Puts it up. It is complete. Complete down inside the 15-yard line. Rohiel Cochran makes the save, but the pass is complete down there to Kimo Kim.
Kimo Kim, I tell you what, for 150 pounds, 5'8". Take a look at this. Alapaki saves this here for sure. I mean Cochran, I'm sorry. This pass was the first one that Aiea has thrown and caught everybody pretty much by surprise. Even O'Connell probably gets excited here. Boy, he threw that like a javelin. Let's see his reaction. Is he happy? Yes, he's happy.
Back live action now. This time the ball kept on the ground right over the middle. A gain of maybe about a yard. We go downstairs. Kid Leo standing by with a report.
All right, you notice on that last series for Kailua, Kui Fox was the quarterback. Now what happened was Kinda Ellis was on the sideline rubbing out his thigh like he had a cramp. He's on the sideline throwing passes, now warming up. Looks like he's going to go back in for the next series for Kailua. Back to you guys.
All right, Kid, it'll be 2nd and 9 to go. 7:20 remaining here in the third quarter. Aiea up 9-7, but threatening right now. 2nd and 9, ball on the 11-yard line. The quarterback, Mark O'Connell. Ball given to Kimo Kim, and he is stacked up just inside the 10-yard line. They'll give him forward progress to about the 7. That's where Kalipo Machado.
Kalipo Machado stops Kimo Kim from going right into the end zone. Everybody really keen. Freddie Nassau now, which is one of the advantages of having this Mr. Inside, Mr. Outside running attack. Kailua's defense now stretched to the limit.
Excellent 1-2 punch in Nassau and Kim. Good shot there of Navarro, 5'11", 277-pound lineman. And a penalty marker on the play. You notice the referees are using yellow markers this week. Last week they were using orange, and every week before that.
Ball foul, encroachment against the defense, 5 yards.
Boy, big mistake there. Coach knows it too. Fontanella shaking his head. Can't give a team like Aiea free yardage inside the 20.
Now the Na'ali'i can pick up a first down at the 2-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 2. Ball given to Kimo Kim. He is shy, I believe, of a touchdown, but he does get a first down.
Boy, I tell you, Aiea has got a real fine center. Watch the offensive center just blow out of here. Ben Luna, only 205 pounds. You see him there, number 73. What an immense hole. They just push a Kailua team all the way back into the end zone. Good offensive surge. Ben Luna, Navarro, Kwan right up the center.
And so now the Surf Rider defense hard pressed, as it'll be 1st and goal inside the 1. Ball given off. And this time Kimo Kim goes nowhere as Machado steps up big.
Boy, big play by Machado. What a heads-up defensive play. When you're down on the goal line like this, you need penetration, and that's exactly what Machado gives him. Steps right up here, doesn't wait for him, because if he does, would have bowled him right over into the end zone. Good job there by Hironaka, too, the outside cornerback. You see the stats there, 185-pound senior, only 5'11", but that's perfect size for a defensive lineman. Linebacker type.
Big offensive line of Aiea on 2nd and goal from the 1. This time the ball very close to the end zone. Touchdown signaled. Aiea running with the football. Freddie Nassau.
Boy, you got 4 up the center. These 3 people. Ben Luna, watch him just blow out the Kailua offensive line. O'Connell hands off. Nassau right up the center. Boy, this is just really great line play. Nassau has got very strong legs. Good blocking up front. See number 73 there. He's standing in the end zone, so you know Nassau is going to be in the end zone.
Yep. Now Mark DeSuntion, he's already converted on 1 extra point. He's also kicked a 37-yard field goal. The kick is up, and the kick is blocked. Blocked. Somebody got a piece of it. I believe it was Alan Ishii.
Boy, that's a big, big block.
Yep. Actually, he converted on that field goal earlier of 37 yards, but he is 0 for 2 on the extra point. So 4:49 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. And as we look at the scoreboard, Aiea remains on top. 15-7 our score.
Hawaiian Airlines.
Hey, it's Friday the 13th, but we're lucky we got ourselves a good game going here.
I don't know about this Friday the 13th and these kickoffs, boy. It's just not fair what's going on with these kickoffs. I'm afraid to even watch this one. I may close my eyes. It's all yours.
All right, it's close your eyes time if you're afraid to watch. It's we haven't seen a pretty kickoff yet for Aiea. We've seen a squib kick, a missed kick, a bounce
Well, we haven't
kick.
seen one over 6 feet high. They've all been down and low and dirty.
Well, let's see what we get this time. Well, there's a decent line drive effort, but you know what? I don't think it went above 6 feet. Alan Ishii fields it, spins off one would-be tackler and down at about the 29-yard line. A return of 14 yards.
Yeah, he had room there. Look at the scoring drive. Number of plays 8, total yards 58, time of possession 4 minutes. Nassau, a 1-yard run. Real ball control stuff.
So 1st and 10, 4:30 remaining in the 1st quarter, or rather the 3rd quarter, excuse me. 15-7 our score. Ball on the ground, running with it. Jay Odom still spinning, fighting his way out close to the 40-yard line. Terrific second effort before Austin Arizo makes the tackle.
Oh, Arizo got old Jay Odom right there around the knees, boy, and that's a tough way. They're blocking down on the right side. He jumps to the outside. Great move. Watch him make contact here, Jay Odom, and just go forward. 210 pounds, 5'11". Arizo, good job of stopping him there because he was off to the races. Waist down situation here. They could do anything in this situation.
And a reminder, Kui Fox remains in at quarterback. Fox pitching the ball back. Again, it is Odom, the ball carrier. And he is very close to the 40-yard line, and that's exactly where he needed to go for a 1st down. Maiupu makes the tackle, and they signal 1st down. Now again, as we found out by Kailua moments ago, Kaina Ellis is up and throwing, and you see him right there. He looks pretty good. Nonetheless, Kui Fox in at quarterback. Fox, a junior, 5'11", 160. Rolling to his right, looking to pass, puts it up, and just kind of throws it to one of his assistant coaches down there.
Scott Saito, great pass rush that time. 6 foot, 225 pounds, senior, playing an outstanding game for the Na'ali'i.
Second and 10 after the incomplete pass, and they're dancing in the stands.
That school spirit, personal pride.
Gotta remember those high school days going to football. I mean, you lived for Friday nights or Saturday night.
Good crowd on hand at Aloha Stadium.
Absolutely. Ball's fumbled, loose. Who's got it? The umpire, the field judge says the Na'ali'i have recovered the football, and another crucial error committed by Kailua. Ray Tialavea comes up with the loose ball.
It's a 3rd fumble, the 2nd one they lost. Tialavea is right there. You see Punahia pulling to trap. Just a little slow reacting to the ball. That is a big break for Aiea, and a big mistake for Kailua. They're hurting themselves here in a valiant effort. 2 undefeated teams.
And again, all Kailua had to do, not that it's that easy, but a win tonight, they would have clinched the white division. With a win tonight, well, Aiea still has to come back and at least tie Roosevelt next week to clinch the division. The quarterback on a keeper, Marco Cano, squirms his way down to about the 32-yard line before Joe Lefcourt makes the tackle.
Kind of a little quarterback draw. You don't see this play very often. O'Connor does a good job of faking it. You see Juan pulling there. Good trap block. O'Connor does a great job of running. This small guy, though, only 165 pounds, 5'9", but gets some good yardage. And keeping the Kailua defense honest.
And we are under 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter, and the way these two teams keep the ball on the ground, time is going to be a big enemy to the Surf Riders. Ball in the hands of Freddie Nassau, and he squirms his way forward, picks up maybe a yard, not much more than that, before Jonas Sniffen comes in.
Jonah Sniffen at 225 pounds. Great job. Let's take a look here at number 82, who is a defensive end down there, Joe Lefcourt. Good football name, Lefcourt. Had a couple play at the university. Wonder if this one will end up at the university too. It's a kind of a tradition thing, you know, like the Nogas, the Georges. You can see the third down conversions. Kailua 2 for 10, Aiea 1 for 6, and this is a big one.
And it's going to go against
the offense, 5 yards. Repeat, third down.
It's the second time, Coach, we've seen delay of game so far on the Na'ali'i.
Well, G. Beavers has a good watch, you know. That head guy there, he don't give him an inch. That's a 9th play, 67 yards.
9th penalty.
Yeah. Question is, will they throw the ball?
Well, instead of 3rd and about 6, it's going to be 3rd and about 11.
You can see the penalty there, 9 for 67 yards. That's a lot of yardage, 67, especially in a game like this.
Well, they're going out of a shotgun, so it looks as though they're thinking about passing. O'Connell back, feeling a little bit of pressure, trying to dance his way. Keone Frazier was given chase, and then in the end, he fell prey to another guy, Junior Kanohia, but initially he had Frazier on his tail, and then Kanohia forces him out of bounds. He would have been well advised to just throw that one out of bounds and save the 10 yards.
Well, this is not what they do best. You got to realize that. You see the scrambling up here. When you're scrambling, you can't see anything if you don't throw the ball a lot.
Right here, you just want to get rid of it.
See, Kanohia just chases him down, boy. Most defensive linemen can run down quarterbacks these days.
So Alan Ishii is back to field the kick. A low kick, kind of bounces straight up in the air, and it will be downed right there by Austin Arizo. And so a good defensive stand by Kailua right there, and a chance for them to go back at 1st and 10.
Watch the best become champions as the OIA quarterfinals get underway. Thursday, October 26th, and Friday, October 27th. It's doubleheader action starting at 5:30 right here at Aloha Stadium. Or tune in to Oceanic Cable Channel 31. There's that Kailua school spirit.
All got those shining blue stars on their cheeks. Jay Odom, the ball carrier, tripped up from behind. Nice defensive play by a guy who's been all over the field tonight, Jeremy Imai.
Jeremy Imai and Jay Odom almost play like they're related here. Every time Odom jumps to the outside, Imai comes right up there and makes a good stop. Good open field tackler. Odom's a big running back. You got to realize this guy's 5'11", 210 pounds. Not an easy guy to bring down in an open field.
And that is the end of our third quarter of play here at Aloha Stadium. It's been a very interesting third quarter, and we're going to take a timeout. We're going to come back with 12 minutes. And Kailua has the ball. They trail at 15-7. Hey, it's Football Friday on Oceanic Cable Channel 31. Fans are loving it. You live for these nights. You really do.
Hey, we got a good crowd on hand at Aloha Stadium. A perfect night. God, look at those cameras that we have. You can look right into their face and see them dreaming about doing something spectacular.
Ah, the sweat, the emotion. Burst into rather 2nd and 9 after the change of quarter, the change of direction. And the quarterback's going to keep that one. Kui Fox running with it.
Aiea made the tackle there. Good scramble by Kui Fox. Take a look at the stats here. We got Aiea with only 3 first downs. Kailua does have ball control. Rushing yards about the same. Passing yards advantage to Kailua. Total yardage the same. Turnovers. Kailua killing themselves with the 2 turnovers. Penalties. Aiea really hurting themselves. Time of possession about the same. Very even football game, statistically speaking.
On 3rd and 1, the ball kept on the ground and enough for a first down. Jay Odom running with the football.
See Scott Saito over there doing the job again. Kailua has a fine offensive line in front of these running backs. Gonna look for Ryan Cannon here to be on the long end of another pass because they're not doing that well a job of moving the ball inside. They're gonna have to go to the air again.
On 1st and 10, here they go. Kui Fox has a receiver downfield complete. Inside the 50 to the 45, still on his feet, running with the football is Ryan Cannon, and he is out of bounds at the 32-yard line. Jeremy Imai, coach, that's why they call you coach.
Well, you can almost feel it coming, you know, when you coach defense, you know, well, they're not getting anything there. Here's 31 yards. See Kui Fox, just a little throw short, run long. I tell you what, this Cannon kid is dangerous once he gets out. He's a galloper, boy. You just can pick him up and lay him down. That is a good play for them.
Cannon is their greatest weapon, and when they get him in the open field, it's trouble.
Oh, I would keep an eye on that guy right there, boy. Number 21, Ryan Cannon. 160 pounds, 5'8", but an athlete.
Jay Odom got himself a big hole. He's out inside the 10-yard line. A touchdown-saving tackle made by Austin Arizo.
Arizo was trying to strip the ball from him and tackle. Boy, what a he-man this guy is. Jay Odom, watch this. He just breaks off the line behind Kipapa and inside Freeman. Watch the hole on the right side of this line here. Ed Chun, good job up the center. See a little fold block there.
Blue shoes looking good.
Boy, he really looks like a BYU running back, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Arizo brings him down, trying to strip him. Good defensive play.
We got a timeout down on the field. Aiea signaling for timeout, so we're going to take this opportunity to send it downstairs once again. Kid Leo standing by.
Well, you're looking at number 24, and in front of her is number 15. 2 of the ladies that play for the Kailua High School football team. Teresa Apo, number 15, is a receiver, and Cassandra Burdette, 24, is a linebacker for these Kailuas. Back to you guys.
All right, good for them. I'm sure they're out there beating up and working hard week in and week out for practice, and we haven't seen them get their numbers called tonight, but hopefully they see significant action.
Old Odom has 12 carries now for 78 yards, a 6.5 average. Hypothetical question here now, what do you do if you make the touchdown? Assuming Kailua scores, do they go to tie the game, win the game?
Well, they're down. They got to go for 2 and tie it up.
As you see the arithmetic there, kick the extra points, they're losing by 1. They got to go for 2.
I don't think 1's going to do them any good at this point because they've only been able to get down inside the red zone a couple of times tonight. Got a timeout called right now. Jay Odom trying to get his chin strap buckled on straight.
They still have Ellis out of the game, so it's interesting that they're able to come in with a second-team quarterback and still move the ball. Kui Fox doing a great job.
And actually, he may be the 3rd stringer because Alapaki Cummings is really known as their passing quarterback. He's under pressure. Now he's got himself a lot of room to work with. He's going to turn it up. He's going to run with the football, and he's going to be thrown down at about the 6-yard line. Ray Tialavea making the tackle. Well, I tell you what, Fox is kind of like a fox out there. Very swift of foot.
Boy, he wants to sprint out to that unbalanced side of the line. You see him coming out here, puts the ball up. The defenders reach with their hands. He makes some valuable yardage down there, takes it down to about the 6-yard line. This is Jay Odom territory here.
It'll be 2nd and goal to go. Ball at the 6-yard line. Again, Kailua trailing by 8. They need a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie. Odom, the ball carrier, hit immediately at the line of scrimmage by Roy Tu'ua, but then he fights his way forward inside the 5. Actually, the ball is marked at the 5-yard line. It'll be 3rd and goal from there.
When you want your pictures fast, call JC Photo Lab. Whether it's black and white, color, custom engagements, or copying old photographs, JC Photo Lab does it all. Open Monday through Saturday. Chuck them in there, babe. JC Photo Lab, 1281 South King Street.
Say cheese. 3rd and goal from the 5. Fox looking to throw it. Now looking to run it. Dives his way. Oh, my. He ran right over Austin Arizu, coach.
Give Kui Fox a pat on the back and a cartouche.
Woo.
Well, that says it all, doesn't it? Kui Fox ran right over the top of Arizo. That was a cartouche by all means. This is a strict rollout all the way. He's looking, he's looking. He's got the blocking by Jay Odom, and right here he makes up his mind that he's going to run. He puts it down. Watch this collision. Cartouche. Arizo said, who was that? Was that Odom?
Oh, great play by the quarterback who came in late in the first half, and he's doing some dynamite things out here right now, and a timeout has been called. We can only presume that they will go for 2. They have to.
Kui Fox, 4 rushes, 20 yards, and 1 touchdown. Did an admirable job. You know, somebody always rises to the occasion. That's what's so great about athletics. Somebody coming off the bench just walks right in there cold and picks up the slack.
Keep in mind, we have 2 teams that are undefeated.
It's too bad they both can't win.
However, a tie, if Kailua manages even a tie, coach, they clinch the division because they have already beat Roosevelt.
Good question is, what would you do here? Quarterback sneak is out, but this play is in.
Odom, again, looking to pass, has a receiver and is complete. Into the hands of Ryan Cannon.
I tell you, he's their big play guy right there, no question about it. I would have had 4 people on Cannon right then, I would swear.
Well, usually you say to yourself, a tie is not as good as a win, but in the case of this game tonight, a tie is as good of a win for Kailua because a tie will clinch the division for the Surf Riders. Take another look as we take time out. We are deadlocked at 15.
It all starts with
Awesome.
Oceanic Cable is proud to present a $500 scholarship check for this evening's game to the Oahu Classic League Association to help further the fine traditions of athletics for all OIA high schools. Presenting the award tonight for Oceanic on the left there, Vice President of Operations Marilyn Yoza, and accepting on behalf of the OIA, the President of the OIA, Al Morenaka.
And we are back live. A fair catch signaled for on the kickoff because, again, it is one of those little pooch kicks. And Aiea will have the ball at about their own 36-yard line or 34-yard line. It looks now they're going to mark it.
You're going to see some rugged football at Aiea right now, boy.
Well, the Na'ali'i need to get on the scoreboard. It doesn't matter how they do it, but a tie is not good enough. 8
plays in that scoring drive, 81 yards total. Time of possession, 3:41. Fox, a 4-yard TD run, and then a 2-point conversion. They're the Kailua cheerleaders. They are jacked. And here come the Na'ali'i.
1st and 10 from the 34. Ball handed off. Kimo Kim running with it, and he scampers his way beyond the 40-yard line. Alapaki Cummings making the tackle, but not before a quick pickup of about 7.5, 8 yards.
This is a kind of down distance situation Aiea needs. You see this misdirection play here. They have the guard and a tackle covering from the backside. Good defensive play, but Kimo Kim can find the daylight. 9 rushes, 81 yards, 1 touchdown. Here's a waist down situation. They could really go for it here. See how Kailua plays this. Making 1 yard for this offense is no big deal.
So many weapons, it's just a matter of who gets the call.
Yes, they're going to go for it.
The quarterback, Marco Cano, keeping it, puts his head down, and he's close to midfield and gets a 1st down.
It's a classic example in a situation like Josh Adams was in Food, but they always try a big play. That's when you, if you're going to play football in a big time, you see they got all the direction going the other way. Naked bootleg here, he's all alone. If the defense hadn't played head up, Josh Adams, O'Connell would have been in the end zone right there. But easy first down. That's why they call it a waist down situation.
8:05 remaining here in this game.
Boy, that Josh Kwan is really a big offensive guard. Boy, I tell you, 6'2", 290. O'Connell, by comparison, 5'9", 165.
Ball kept on the ground, and this time, Freddie Nassau goes nowhere.
Kwan couldn't get out that time. Good penetration by Matt Gasper and the gang. And big number 14, who's come to play, Alapaki Cummings, at 5'11", 160 pounds. He's actually their passing quarterback, isn't he? Used to be the passing quarterback. Little adjustment there, took a ding. Nassau been a little quiet here in the second half. 15-15.
Jerry Fornelia there, the head coach of Kailua, looking on. He knows a tie is all his team needs tonight to clinch the White Division Championship in the regular season. Ball is handed off. What a tackle!
I tell you, Machado been playing a heck of a game. Big number 44 there. Well, he's not big. He's only 185 pounds. What a great hit. Watch number 44 step right in there when he sees Kwan step down. He just goes right in past all of the blockers. That is 1 decibel from a cartouche. Good hit. Third tackle for a loss for Machado. Been playing a bang-up game. Nassau has only made 4 yards in the second half.
3rd and 13. Quarterback O'Connell looking to pass, looking downfield, and he's not going to find anybody this time. Firing in the direction of Kimo Kim. But
see the look on his face. I didn't know I could throw it that far into the wind. I think he surprised himself. God, he let go of that ball.
And that'll bring up 4th down and 12, and Aiea will be forced to kick it away.
I love to see that determination there. Disappointed with that pass. Big opportunity for Kailua.
Alan Ishii back to field the kick. Signals for a fair catch and then watches it roll out of bounds at about the 11-yard line. And so, Coach, an interesting situation. Kailua needs only a tie in this ball game. 37-yard punt. If you need only a tie, why not play for a tie? They don't need a touchdown. All they got to do is grind the ball out, keep it on the ground. A couple of first downs, and the Surf Riders could call themselves the regular season champions.
Oh, look at that little cutie. She's learning to cheer for Kailua real young. Well, it's a ball control field position, I think, for Kailua now. Do you remember in some of the other drives they've had, they have kept the ball for 6 minutes, 20 seconds, and that's what they got on the clock, about 6:26.
We got a timeout on the field. Hey, every week we present our awards, the Team Player Awards, in the name of sportsmanship. Earlier, Kid Leo had an opportunity to talk with the honored guests.
All right, we're down here standing on the field with 2 very special men, the OIA Team Sportsmen of the Week. And on my right side here from Aiea, this is Keone Anakalea, and his coach picked him because he says he's always at practice, giving it his all. Congratulations to you, Keone.
I'd just like to thank my coaches, my team, and my family for their support. That's all.
Right on. And over here on my left from Kailua, Matt Gasper, and his coach says he's just a big inspiration on and off the field. Congratulations to you, Matt.
For the team, man.
There you go. That's what it's all about. Team sport. Go ahead, shake hands, guys.
All right, congratulations to our players of the week. We are out here in the name of sportsmanship.
Linebackers should always have bandages on their forehead like that. That's a good sign, Matt Gasper. For the team. All right, Matt.
1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground. Oh, another big hit as Jay Odom goes down. And he goes down in the big hands of Niutunu Faiupu.
Taupu, you can see him there. Faiupu, I'm sorry, 220 pounds. Good hit. Even Jay Odom tapped him on the head. Watch Odom after this play. Big hole. Boom. Just gets hit right there. Good, good hit. Watch Odom tap him on the head. Good going. Hey, that was a nice tackle.
Hey, way to go. That one really hurt. Right on. Hey, sometimes you got to recognize a good play, even if you're getting your own Okole kicked, huh?
Yep. Oh, there he is again.
I'll tell you what, Paiupu is everywhere.
Boy,
Watch this guy play.
220 pounds, boy, from sideline to sideline. Watch how he keeps his shoulders parallel to the line of scrimmage. Gee, he even has a mustache. Watch this. See him get away from that block. See how his shoulders are squared to the line of scrimmage. Look at that. Got his hands out there like a big green tarantula waiting for the running back. 7 tackles already. Good job.
On 3rd and 9, looking to pass it. Scrambling in traffic, still on his feet. And he's going to go down. That's Kui Fox, and he goes down in the arms of Leon Riel, who's been all over the field also tonight for the Na'aliki of Aiea.
Hey, where are you? Turn in already. Woo, go, Joe.
Kui Fox, not really a big guy, 5'8" or so. Kailua will not try anything fancy here with a 15-15 tie with 4 minutes left. Aiea has an opportunity to win it all right here.
Very short kick.
Oh, what
but
a
it takes a huge bounce. Oh, and then it's just let go, and it really doesn't hurt him. Back there to field the kick was Dustin Valenti. He let it bounce over his head, then he thought maybe I shouldn't have done that, but it really didn't hurt him. A 43-yard kick, the bounce didn't really go very far.
Machado was trying to, you see him ooshing his hands there, trying to make it go a little further.
So we got 4:24 remaining here, and for Aiea, they got to get on the scoreboard. Time is running out. We take time out. High score.
MyTV, it's a cool club for young.
Again, gang, for the 10th annual Mad Dash, Sunday, November 19th, starting at 4 p.m. It's a 5K trek through downtown Honolulu, and all Oceanic MyTV members who register will receive a free MyTV t-shirt. For more information, call 533-3515. That's 533-3515. I wanted to cheer there with the Kailua cheerleaders.
First down, Freddie Nassau.
Aiea defense has played great defensive football here in the second half. They have shut down Nassau and Kimo Kim. Now Alapaki Cummings again there on a tackle, and a big break for Kailua. A bad mistake for the Na'ali'i.
Now again, the Na'ali'i, they got to win this game. A tie or a loss, and Kailua wins the championship.
Gets the offense, 15 yards. Repeat, first down.
See the big tall guy standing there next to the coach say is Kevin Wilson. Last time Ali'i went anywhere, Kevin Wilson was at the hand. This season, 56.8 rushing yards. The Kailua defense allowed tonight 154. So Aiea has done something a lot of people have not been able to do. Run on Kailua. This is a passing formation.
But instead, he's going to run it. Ogano tries to tuck up inside his lineman, and he doesn't get very far, especially on a 1st and 24 play. Jonas Sniffen sniffs out the tackle.
225 pounds, 235 pounds. He's a senior, only 5'10", but good job.
Hey, that guy with his hands on his knees, there he is.
No, that's not Wilson.
No, that's not Wilson.
Wilson is a quarterback. Tall, stately looking gentleman. No, that's not Wilson either. Who is Kevin Wilson?
Oh, there he is in the back with his hands on his hips.
Okay.
See, that's Kevin Wilson. He's an assistant coach with the Na'ali'i. He used to be a quarterback for them the last time they were in the playoffs. And they were the only team to go on to beat a red team in the playoffs, and that red team was Kailua.
Aiea not doing their thing now, creating the long 3rd down situation, a tough situation for a team that predominantly runs the ball. And you see Kailua has got Cameron in there. They got everybody in there now playing defense.
Well, Kevin Wilson would like to see a repeat performance of what his team did several years ago. And undoubtedly, we're going to see a pass play. Now, we should point out that even if they do not win this game tonight, talking about the Na'ali'i, Kailua is the regular season championship. But that's not to say that the Na'ali'i may not get an opportunity to play in postseason. They will if they go on next week to beat Roosevelt.
This team belongs in the playoffs.
Well, there's nowhere to hide right now.
Ball foul, illegal procedure against the offense. 5 yards, repeat, 3rd down.
Kenny Offerman was about 10 yards downfield, and when you're as big as he is, 6'1", 175, and you're out there way beyond everybody else, there's nowhere to hide.
11 penalties now for 87 yards, Jack Kay, our statistician, tells us. That's a lot of yardage. But this team belongs in the playoffs. This Not Lee is a good football team.
Both of these teams are good.
1 for 8 on third downs.
Putting it up in the air. Receiver in the area, it is picked off. What a nice play. A super interception made by Alan Ishii, and he has had himself a heck of a game.
Well, this ball going up into the wind. You see Alan Ishii there, 5'10", 160-pound defensive back. Just back there waiting for this ball to come down. Okano throws this one up in the air, and the wind gets it. Has the point up in the air, and you can see it just comes short. Good defensive job by Ishii. Little tightrope walking there. See, they're both looking for the ball. Great interception by Ishii.
Boy, I bet you he's going to watch that one back on the VCR at least 20, 30 times over the next day or two.
Oh, good tackle.
Pass complete into the arms of Ryan Cannon, but he is hit immediately. Nice defensive play by Kevin Moriyama.
Been so many stars in tonight's game. You know, everybody has played very well, like you would expect two undefeated teams to play, huh? Kailua in striking distance right now. Watch Cannon, I'm sorry. This is the situation where he's most dangerous.
On 2nd and 6. Fox looking to throw, has a receiver complete. And again into the hands of Ryan Cannon. And we knew that we would be impressed by Cannon, but I tell you what, Kui Fox, he has really risen to the occasion tonight.
This is a defensive coordinator's nightmare. When you know who they're going to throw the ball, you know the play they're going to run. Look how wide open he is. That's the trouble with a zone defense. Cannon went down there, just kept on moving his feet, waiting for Kui Fox to get out there, and he delivers the ball. They're in striking distance now. 2 minutes left on the clock.
Jay Odom.
Again, Fa'upu stopping him from touchdown. He was gone on that one. Jay Odom, what a great job he's done inside. Yeoman work, big number 7. Boy, the Aiea school spirit is going wild now. Trying to pump up their team. Say big number 88 there. Fa'upu played a great game for Aiea. 8 tackles so far. See the coach Wendell say there with his hands on his hip. Come on, gang. We knew they were going to do that. Registration forms will be available October 15th for the first annual Teen Great Aloha Run. This inaugural event is the only foot race just for teens in the United States. My TV members will get $2 off the entry fee when they register at HIC Ala Moana. For more information, call 521-TEEN, extension 813. That's 521-TEEN, extension 813. Be there.
.157 remaining in the game. 2nd and 8, ball at the 25-yard line. Kui Fox under pressure. And this time he's not going to be able to elude the Na'ali'i.
Leon Riel and Fa'upu again. Take another look at Taupu. Boy, I tell you, he has played. Look how he fights off that block and stays square to the line of scrimmage. See his shoulders and then deliver the blow. And watch him. He just into it. That's it.
.123 remaining in the game.
I tell you, this Fox is an amazing young man.
Looking downfield, has a receiver out of bounds.
What did they call?
They called him out. Looking for Alapaki Cummings.
Boy, that was a close call. Don't you think Kui Fox has done a great job at throwing the ball?
I think Fox has done a super job. I mean, he's been the one that has turned it around. from the second half.
Take a look at this. He comes square and just drills this thing. Takes a good hit again from Faupu.
And we have a timeout down on the field. So Jim Beaver signals for an official's timeout, or rather a Kailua timeout, and you see the frustration on the part of Alapaki Cummings.
He's a great athlete. You can see the coach there, boy. He wants to get this one under his belt in the worst way. Talking to his offense now.
We're going to take a timeout with 1:13 remaining from Aloha Stadium. It is Kailua 15, Aiea 15. Down inside 30 seconds, 27 to be exact, remaining here, and we have ourselves a tie ball game. 15-15 our score, but that's good enough for Kailua. Well, it looks as though the Na'ali'i are content to just kind of let this one wind its way down.
Kimo Kim has played a real fine game. I tell you what, Freddie Nassau, Kimo Kim, Marco Connell, great job back there.
And that gentleman right there, Jerry Forniella, very happy because he knows that by virtue of a tie, that is good enough to clinch the regular season championship for Kailua.
Well, this should have ended up in a tie, you know?
Two very good teams tonight. They played evenly as indicated by the final score. The second tie game we've seen this season, Coach. Earlier, of course, we saw Waianae and Kahuku duel one another to a 21-all tie, and 15s tonight.
The coach very legitimately hugging Fox, who came off the bench for Ellis. He got the tie.
Very impressed with Fox. He did so much out there, and he was really the catalyst in the second half. Kind of a guy that came along when they needed a hand when their quarterback got injured. And he came on and really did a heck of a job. So you look at the Surf Riders of Kailua celebrating in victory. Kaina Ellis goes down and Fox comes in, and Kailua, when pressed, they come back in the second half with some very necessary scoring. And they tie it up at 15. That's where we wind up. We're going to take our final timeout, and we're going to be back with our Oceanic Cable Player of the Game.
Hawaiian Airlines.
Back at Aloha Stadium, hey, that guy right there, he had himself a tough ball game. Jay Odom was strong, and he came through so many times in the clutch for Kailua tonight. And Coach, they did what they needed to do. We said at the beginning of the game, a win or a tie for the Surf Riders, they would clinch the championship, the regular season championship, and they did only what they needed to do, no more. They got their tie.
Seems like it was kind of athletic justice that it ended up with a tie, because so many heroes on both sides, so many people playing their heart out. Ellis got hurt. You see him, number 11 here. Couldn't throw the ball because of his hand. Kind of hurt it there in that one long pass he did throw. But gee, what do you say about Kui Fox coming off the bench and doing such a great job?
Yeah, he really ignited the drive and had that big cartouche into the end zone, as you called it. But the man that really is so many places for the team is the man who's being selected as the player of the game. And right now he is standing by on the field with Kidney. Kit?
We're down here with the Finance Factors Family Oceanic Cable's player of the game from Kailua, Ryan Cannon, with a big TD reception right before halftime. Ryan, congratulations, man.
Thank you.
How does it feel? You guys wrapped up the conference tonight.
Feels great. We've been working hard. We came out, we worked as a team. We had some adversity, but we came back strong, stuck together. And I love that team over there. Kailua played hard tonight.
Right on, Ryan. Your Oceanic Cable player of the game. Back to you guys.
Watch the concentration here. Boy, he got beautiful teeth too, huh?
Yeah, he does.
Golly. I mean, he made a lot of receptions, but this touchdown, boy, I tell you what, that's a portrait of concentration and athletic ability.
Yeah, well, he did it when he needed it to be done. And Fox on the throwing end, he on the receiving end. So the final score, a 15-15 tie. Our player of the game, Ryan Cannon, 107 total yards and the touchdown reception. It's been a good game, and you're going to have an opportunity to see this one again if you so choose.
Telecast, Kailua versus Aiea. What a game. Saturday and Sunday at 4 p.m. on Channel 31.
And then we want to remind you about the next time we'll be back on the air here at Oceanic Cable, Channel 31. Next weekend, we take off. We get a bye, but then we'll be back the weekend of the 26th and the 27th Thursday and Friday, Coach. That's when we kick it into overdrive. The quarterfinals, 2 games Thursday, 2 games Friday.
Can hardly wait.
I love it. We don't need sleep. We just need football. Hey, we're glad you could join us on this Friday night, the 13th day of October. We had ourselves a dandy and perhaps, as you said, Coach, athletic justice. It ended up in a deadlock. We're glad you could join us from wherever you watched in tonight. For Kid Leo, for the coach, Larry Price, and all of our help up in the booth, Georges Gilbert and our statistician, Jack Kay, I'm Howard Deshevsky saying good night, everybody. Thanks for joining us.
The point after Freddie Nassau scored, Kailua would answer in a 5-yard run by Kui Fox. 15-13, Surf Riders trailed. They need to go for 2. Fox drops back, steps up, and hits Ryan Cannon. Great catch, a 2-point conversion. The game ends in a 15-15 tie. Meanwhile, in the ILH on Saturday, top-ranked Punahou against Pac-5. Wolfpack get on the board first. Ryan Gu blocks the punt. Gavin Nishimura recovers. Pac-5 up 7-0. They smell an upset, but the Buffalo Blue quickly answer. Big Apatia Thompson slams in. The final from Aloha Stadium. Punahou wins 48-28. And if you blinked last night in the St. Louis game against Iolani, you would have missed the first touchdown because Darnell Arsenault drops back, unloads to Randon Akiona, and he's all alone. He's gone 82 yards. The Crusaders crew passed. But while everybody else was slogging around in slow motion, tonight's athlete of the week was in overdrive. John Veneri has a story.
Aiea's Pango Pango Ne'emia was a man among boys this past Friday night. Aiea visited Radford, and the senior running back was simply unstoppable, rushing the ball 29 times for 244 yards and an OIA record-tying 5 touchdowns, helping Aiea to a White Conference victory, 39-7.
You know, it's still only his second year of playing football, so he's improved dramatically from last year. He stepped it up. He really turned out to be a real decent football player, and this year we expected a lot from him, and you know, he hasn't let us down.
It feels good, like when your teammates is behind you, helping you out and blocking, especially my line.
Ne'emia knows that if he continues to have success, then so will the entire team. And though the Na'ali'i are struggling at 2-3, they still have hopes for the playoffs.
Our team is a good team, but we just got to work together as a family and just got to stick together and help out each other.
Ne'emia is now eligible for our Athlete of the Year award, which will be presented on Christmas Day at the Jeep Aloha Bowl. Congratulations to Aiea's Pango Pango Ne'emia, our Channel 2 Athlete of the Week.
Rushing for 5 touchdowns, had a 6th, and it was called back. Amazing.
And he's got the key, too. They got to play together.
That's exactly right. Teamwork.
Okay. And paint those silver helmets white. I mean, the school colors at Aiea are green and white. Yeah, still? Not green, white, and silver.
Maybe they got a deal on silver helmets.
That must be. I'll have to call up there and see what the deal is. Maybe they voted. Maybe the guys voted and said, we like the silver. And if that's the case, okay.
There you go.
Even if it's not the case, it's okay. Now let's take a more complete